Alright guys, good morning. Welcome back to the channel for the low DIY. You already know today what we're doing. We're pretty much just go over my Mazda, my little daily drive. I'm gonna just go ahead and give it a quick start up in a second. But before that, guys, go on, man, and hit that subscribe button, guys. I'm trying to get to that 500 to that 1,000. So I'm bringing in some revenue, guys. Please help me get there so I can start promoting some more stuff on the channel and possibly some giveaway. But yeah, guys, go on and hit that subscribe and that like if this help you. Let's go ahead and start it up and see what it do. If you hear, guys, it sounds pretty horrible. It was worse. I actually took the oil pan off. Let me go ahead and cut it off. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much what it sounds like. Once it run for a little bit, it kind of smooth out a little bit. But it was knocking worse than that. I actually took the oil pan off and changed the number 2 piston bearing on the rod. What we're finna do today, I got a P0015, P0017. We're finna go ahead and see what's going on with the timing. So I'm finna go on and take the valve cover off and put it to top dead center and see if the timing is off or if the timing is good. Because normally the P0015 and P0017, P0018, them type of code always something to do with the timing. You possibly get a crank or a cam sensor code, but replacing that don't normally fix the problem all the time. I've seen it before with the Toyota and all them little, even the Chevy too got that VVT set up with the timing chain. They tend to stretch, and if the tension will go bad also, it will jump timing. So let's just jump into it. We're gonna remove the spark plug coils and then remove the valve cover and put it top dead center and see what's going on. All right, guys, we got the valve cover off. And as you can see what I was talking about, I'm glad I got this one up. You can see this chain right here. It got a mark on there. Also, if you look closer, there's a mark right there, and it's on the other side. These little mark right here need to line up with the surface of the head right here. So once it's dead top dead center, it should line up, and the bottom should be up. So I'm gonna roll it to top dead center right now. What I'm gonna do is just go ahead, jack it up, and get the wheel and the passenger side off, and I'm gonna go ahead and mess with the timing to see if the timing is off. All the cams look like everything is on there. It don't look like nothing is loose in this area right here. Gotta vacuum that little spot before I put it back together. But yeah, guys, this is what it looked like. You got these oil feed tube right there. Steam coming out. I was driving it this morning. But the guide looked good right up by the top and stuff. Let's put it top dead center. So yeah, guys, I got the wheel off. As you can see, got my ratchet on there. I pretty much have it at the top dead center right now. You can see this arrow right there, and I also got the lines aligned with the head. If you look up top right here, you got a little dot on the ear right here. It's supposed to sit up, but there's another mark on and this VVT gear right here. I can't really see it so well from this angle, but it's somewhere somewhere in here where it's supposed to line up to with the cylinder head right here, but you can't really see it from this angle. It's kind of hard to see it from here, guys, but there's another mark on this VVT. Let's look at the crank, see where it's at. Yeah, the mark look like it's at the right spot too. Can't really feel the chain too much from this angle. But yeah, guys, the timing look good. Okay, guys, so after looking at the timing, I'm not too happy with how it's set right now. So what I'm finna do, guys, I'm finna go ahead and take the side of the engine off. This crank bolt gonna be a 21, the rest gonna be like 10 millimeter all the way around, and a couple 8 millimeter on the oil pan. As I said, guys, I'm trying to get to that subscriber up to like 500 to 1,000 so we can start bringing in some revenue. I'm not trying to spend my hard-earned money on the car. We're trying to build this car on the channel, so help me, guys, hit that subscribe, and I will keep y'all posted. What we're gonna do first is remove this engine mount so we can jack the engine up some more to access the rest of the stuff down there, and remove them belt and whatever we got to move out the way so we can take that side piece off. So stay tuned, guys. All right, guys, so we got all the belt off. I use like a shoelace to get this stretch belt off. Just pull on it while I turn the crank to the anti-clockwise position. I'm just pulling it and it'll come off. Pretty much where I'm at right now, I'm gonna just take off this little sensor off the front right here, remove the bracket, and then I'm gonna remove all the 10 millimeter and the 8 millimeter that hold the face and of the engine on there, and just remove it and double check the timing. So let's get these look like 12 millimeter or 13 millimeter. Those are 8 millimeter down there, and just press on this and pull down. This one, press in here and pull down, and then it'll come off. So we're gonna remove all of this and then take a closer look on the inside of what's going on. All right, guys, let's get these out of the way. All right, guys, see, I'll go ahead, take the siding off. So now we're looking at the timing. The bottom look pretty top dead, top on right now. I'm gonna give it a couple turn and make sure, but as I said, this cam right here, it looks a little bit off my chain. It was feeling a little bit slack too, so what I'm gonna just go do, just take off these guides so I can get the chain off and go ahead and retime the engine. As you can see, guys, this chain got a couple marks in it all over the place, so that's what we're gonna do. It should have 2 of these red marks and 1 yellow mark. The red marks or orange mark need to line up with the exhaust and the intake cam. So that's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna go ahead and just realign these to make sure they're at where they're supposed to be, and just pretty much retime the engine. All right, let's do that. This is a very important note. Make sure when you remove these guide and get everything out of the way, also the chain, you go ahead and remove all of these old sealer right there. You want to get them as much as possible off there so they can seal right. Once you get the timing together and get it back together, you want to make sure that the surface is clean. So this one is clean, and reseal it, and then it should be good to go. Shouldn't have any leak or anything. There we go, guys. So I just made my mind up and just go ahead and cap me a different engine for my car. It looks pretty much the same as mine. Just looking good, guys, looking good. I'm pretty excited right now. Real excited. Stay tuned, guys, for the engine swap coming soon.